So, on the chapter villages and cities, if I give you a lecture on villages and cities, what I must tell you is there is a difference between a village and a city. What are the main differences understood between a village and a city in India? Actually, if you look at India, 64% people
Or villages.
understood live in villages, and the rest 36% lives live in cities
Cities are towns.
and towns. Understood? So village economy and economy of the town, understood, make up the economy of the country. Understood? Villages are mainly used by agricultural laborers, farmers, and those who live in villages contribute to the economy of the country. Even if we live in cities, what we do? We depend on the farmers. For what? For our livelihood. They cultivate like vegetables. They give us vegetables, even rice, paddy, you know, wheat, for everything that we need to eat or that we eat in cities. It is the villagers who give us all that we need in cities. Understood? So, who have kept us alive?
Villages.
The villagers, especially those who live in the villages. Understood? Our farmers live in the villages. But those who live in cities, what do? They depend on the villages or farmers. Understood? If the villagers had not cultivated crops, the people in the cities would have died, isn't it? So we should thank the villagers and the farmers for their contribution. Understood? In our life. Now, another very important thing I want to tell you, the basic difference between a village and a town. In towns, you can see many good schools. Understood? Health facilities, roads, good transportation system. Understood? So, most people prefer city to village lives, because if they live in village, they will suffer heavily from want of health facilities, transport facilities, good schools, good colleges, universities. Understood? This is the reason the villages migrate to the cities in search of jobs also. The towns produce more jobs as compared to the villages. Understood? Only agricultural works can be done if you live in villages. But there are some villages in west where farming are done, cattle rearing, some other things in the west, and they have some agricultural activities which most people prefer to be engaged in. Now, in India, the Indian villages have improved as compared to the villages under the British rule. When the country was under British rule, at that time, villagers suffered heavily, because during British rule, what happened? The British introduced permanent settlement. Understood? Then the zamindars were given the responsibility to collect taxes by forcing the farmers or peasants, clear, to give tax in times. Understood? If they refused, they were tortured during British, and there was no improvement in the village life during British rule. Even the roads were not properly made. But now, after independence, we have gone a long way. We have improved a lot. Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana has gifted almost all the villages in India a new life. Even the villages are now linked with the cities with the Gram Sadak. Understood? that were constructed in most of the villages in India. So there is a link between the village and the city, and the life also improved in villages because these days the villages are being given electricity, tube wells, tap wells, and good health facilities, village uh, hospitals. Understood? Naturally, there are many villages in India that you can compare with the best cities in other countries. Understood? But towns are towns. Towns give more facilities because towns take a larger piece of land. Understood? So, as compared to a village is a tiny piece of land on which there are lands of the farmers which the farmers cultivate. But in towns, you know, town is located in a large area. Understood? So, I'm sure you have understood what I wanted to tell you.
Yes, sir.
Is there any problem?
Okay.
Thank you.